Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Julianne Keller, and I go by the author name Miss Penny. Today, I'm excited because I'm going to be showing a part of my book called The RICA's Last Word, Haikus to Further Enhance a Reading Program. So the RICA stands for Reading Instruction Comprehension Assessment, and it is a standardized test that teacher candidates have to take in order to prove that they are competent in teaching reading for multiple subject credentials, which is an elementary school teacher. The RICA is going to be phased out in July of 2025, hence the name, the RICA's Last Word. So I'm hoping that these haikus are going to be able to simplify some of the complex jargon and vocabulary that appears on the RICA into bite-sized, digestible stanzas that will hopefully help you pass the RICA. The way that I'm doing these videos is I'm breaking them down domain by domain. There are 5 domains that appear on all 3 subtests of the RICA. And so today I'm going to be focusing on domain number 2, which is word analysis. As you can see, there are a lot of competencies for word analysis, so I am going to have a few videos for word analysis. The first video is just going to be focusing on competency 3. So that competency is to understand the role of phonological and phonemic awareness in reading development and how to develop students' phonological and phonemic awareness skills. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the haikus. I hope that listening is helpful, and if not, then you can pause and take notes, copy the haikus, and of course, I will link the site that you could get a paperback version of these haikus, so you could also annotate yourself if you would like your own version. All right, let's get started on reading some haikus about phonological and phonemic awareness. Do you remember learning how to read? How did you figure it out? It's pretty wild when you think about it. Words are lines and curves. And yet there is a rhyme and reason for them all. They communicate. But how? Well, our brains do this magic thing and build orthographic maps. The map connects all parts of your brain needed to decode and comprehend. That's the simple view of reading comprehension. Let's get granular. Literacy is a ladder progressing from one skill to the next. The first 5 steps have to do with analyzing words to decode them. Before you can read, you must hear the sounds that the letters represent. Think about it. How would you know what to say if you don't know the sounds? That's why the first steps of the ladder are about hearing all sound types. Phonological and phonemic awareness are foundational. They play a role in learning how to read, decode, manipulate sounds. The smallest unit of sound is called a phoneme. Ch, a, k, s. Start with small groups of sounds. Be systematic and intentional. Next, instruct lessons on isolating. What's the end sound in dog? Introduce blending and segmenting. What are the sounds in the word? Segmenting is when you say word and students break it into sounds. Blending is when you say the sounds and students blend them to say a word. Manipulation is a harder skill. Add, change, substitute, delete. Syllabication is how many syllables are there in a word. Counting phonemes is counting how many sounds they're hearing in the word. Rhyming can be fun too. Rhyming helps form concepts of word families. Teach onset and rhyme. Onset is the beginning of the word. Onset is the beginning sound. Rhyme is at the end. You might try rhyming sounds asking which does not rhyme, or nursery rhymes. Because phonemic awareness is with sounds, give oral instructions. Differentiate your instruction by using UDL framework. UDL is the Universal Design for Learning Instruction. For example, lots of learners benefit from hands-on type learning. Elkanon boxes and counters are tactile ways of counting sounds. For your EMLs, pre-teach phonemes that are not in Holmes language. Differentiate instruction for letters that are similar sounds. Hone in on the shape of your mouth, placement of your tongue, and nose air. For example, is a nasal sound. Plug your nose. Can you say Get to know what students need through assessments. That drives instruction. Assess phonemic awareness with an adding deleting survey. Rhyming assessments will ask to identify if words do or don't rhyme. Another rhyming type is with semantics. It's a higher order skill. Example, which word rhymes with town? It's a color. Need vocab knowledge. Observation notes are very helpful because instruction's oral. Identifying position of sounds is also an assessment. Medial vowel sounds are more challenging than the start and end sounds. Eventually, all of these skills together launch the reading ladder. All right, that ends our competency 3 for word analysis. This will appear on Subtest 1 and potentially Subtest 3 for the case study. Next up, I'll give you a little sneak peek is going to be Competency 4. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like and maybe comment and maybe share. Once again, you can check out the paperback version of the book in the link. And thank you so much. See you next time.